Hello teacher and classmates. For today we're going to talk about the type of questions in listening section. Okay, now I start with detailed question. How you can see here. Detailed question, this type of question asks you for specific pieces of information that are stated in the passage. And maybe you can ask me how to recognize this type of questions. Here you have some keywords to recognize them. For example, what is stated in the passage about, what is indicated in the passage about, according to the speaker, and so on. But you can find incorrect answer choices too. Here we have some examples that maybe you can find this. Something is stated in the relationship between the details that are opposite from the one stated in the passage. Okay, here we have an example. Next, please. Okay, here we have an example about this type of question. What is a student situation? How you can see in this example, the question like this is start with these keywords. What is the student situation? And for answer this type of question, you have to listen the conversation in order to answer this question. Okay, next we have the function question. The function question, we have that you can ask about the function or purpose of what the speaker says. This type of question asks you about the understand, not just what the speaker says, but why the speaker said it. Okay, here we have some keywords. For example, listen again to the part of passage. Always you have to listen a part of passage for answer this type of question. For example, what does the speaker say this? You have to replay the recording for answer this question. What does the speaker mean? You have to replay to. What does the speaker imply? We have to replay to this type of to answer this type of question. Okay. Next, I have an example. Here we have an example based on this type of question. Listen a part of the conversation, then answer the question. As you said before, this type of question you have to listen again the part of conversation to answer it. Okay, next we have the organization question. This question asks you about the ideas that you have in the passage. These ideas have to be organized or how to relate the main topic of one each other. They may be specifically about an example or idea relates on the main topic or rather ideas that maybe ask you fill out the chart that shows a possible organization. Okay, here we have some keywords to identify this type of question. Why does the speaker discuss, mention, and so on? Why is the information organized? What is explained, illustrated by an example too? You can organize this type of question in categories, in sequence, in process, and so on. We are going to find incorrect choices too. We are going to find a logical reason to discuss an example, but not a relation to the main points in the passage. Here we have an example. This example shows you a table. In this case, you can get the main idea. You have to get the main idea to answer this type of questions. How I said you before, you can find tables that follow a sequence, a process.
Key points for questions about understanding the GIS. There will usually be one GIS question after each passage, and it's usually the first question after the passage. Where to find the answer? Information to help you understand the GIS may be directly stated at the beginning of the passage. It may also be necessary for you to draw a conclusion about the GIS based upon information provided through the passage. How to identify the question? We have 6 questions. The first one, what is the subject of the passage? What is the topic of the discussion? What is the professor mainly discussing? What is the purpose of the talk? What does the student go to see the advisor while in the passage? So if you see that kind of question, it's a GIS question. The type of question tells you how to proceed to answer the question. An example for you: why does the student go to see the professor? So as I said before, is the first question that you can see in the passage. Incorrect answer choice made. Be true, but be only a minor detail in the passage. Remember, it's the most important information. And be untrue, but a logical conclusion if you only understand a few key words from the passage. Key points for questions about understanding the speaker's stance. Questions about stance are less common than other types of questions. There will be 0 to 1 per passage, and most passages will not have a questions about stance. How to identify the questions? Listen again to part of the passage. What does the speaker mean? Replay. What can be inferred about the speaker? Replay. What is the speaker's attitude or opinion? Not replay. So when you see in the text, in the test, this kind of questions is a stance question. Where to find the answer? The part of the passage that indicates what the speaker said will be replayed for you. Listen again to part of the conversation, then answer the question. So you listen again that part. Incorrect answer choice made. Be alternative meaning of words or expressions that not match the context of the speaker's tone, and express an opinion that contradicts other information in the passage. Key points for questions about relationship. Questions that ask about inference and conclusion are less common. There will usually be 0 to 1 per passage. How to identify the question? What will the speaker probably, or what will the speaker most likely do next? What does the speaker imply? Replay. What can be inferred? So the same. When you see the test, in the test, some kind of this question, so you easily can identify that is a relationship question. Where do you find the answer? Information to answer relationship question is not directly stated in the passage. It is necessary to understand the main points and draw a conclusion based on the main points to answer the question. I have an example. What is implied about the math placement test? So as you can see, what is implied? So incorrect answer choice made. Confuse detail of the passage, leading to an incorrect conclusion, and be a logical conclusion that does not connect with other information in the passage.